Alright, well here's another video that I'm going to do for the ladies out there. Sorry guys, I'm going in a whole new direction today. I'm showing off a huge collection of what they called punch embroidery. It's something that if you want to relax and have a nice time sitting on the couch watching a nice movie with your girl, and you're just kind of sitting around doing absolutely nothing, and you want to just spend a little time messing around with your hands. If you like working with your hands, guys, here's a way to show you how. This is called punch embroidery. You take a needle, which I have many of. Let me kind of show you that real quick. Here. I've got so much stuff. I've been collecting this stuff for about 25 years. And when you see the collection, you're going to probably, most of the ladies are going to freak. But yeah, I've got needles from every manufacturer probably out there, except for the old ones. I've got the Pretty Punch pink, I've got an old red one, or purple, I got the pink ones. Here's my favorite though, I like a lot, are the these are the Ultra Punch, and they're blue. And all you do to move them is just slide that down. Let me get it in the view. Slide that down, you got up to 12 different settings. And the object, to give you a little background on this, the object of this whole thing is there's a needle. I don't know if you can see that. There's a needle at the end, and there's a hole at the end. And you feed the yarn through this roll of yarn. You got all these different yarns, and you feed the yarn through the bottom from left to right with a feeder. This is a feeder. It's really hard to see. It's just a real thin piece of metal. I don't know if you can see that moving. You put this through that tip. You put this through here, through the bottom, and you feed it all the way through, and then you pull the yarn through the needle, and then you take it off, and then you put it through that hole that was at the end of the needle. And then what you do is you punch into the fabric. You punch into the fabric and you follow your patterns. So you punch into the fabric, you lift out till it just comes out of the fabric, slide, punch, slide, punch, slide, punch. Just out of the fabric, and then you get this is an advanced technique called brushing. So you punch and then you brush the stuff out, and that you get this fur on the back side of your design. Okay, that's one. Okay, I did Sylvester a long time ago. This guy was created, oh boy. He was created probably back in, oh boy, 2006, 2005. So he's old already, and he looks really good. I want to put him on a jacket. I want to use the stuff called, this stuff here is called tack it over and over. You can tack it, you can put this on the back of Sylvester and put it on a jacket with an iron, and then if you want to take it off, you just iron it off and it slides right off. It comes right off. Press on, lift off, temporary bond. All heat. It's done by heat. And then this stuff here is called OK to Wash. This is glue that you can put him on a jacket, and he'll stay on the jacket and he'll never come off through many washes. And so okay, that's Sylvester. I made him a while back. And here's another favorite of mine. This is I can't remember his name. And yeah, look at the guns. He's got 6-pack on him. He's got pretty nice. This is really one of my favorites. His hat took forever. But yeah, he's really cool too. I like him a lot. And he's got silver in his tie, and he's got silver in his eyes and silver on his pants, just like the thing shows. And then I cut this down and feathered this out. That's another technique I'll have to explain a little later. There's a little fuzz right there. I haven't done anything to these to finish off the backs. This is what the back will look like when you're doing them. I haven't done anything to keep anything from fraying out or nothing, so I should do that. And then here's a lion, small lion there's many techniques on here too, which is really good. Here's a little fuzz. But look at the detail you can get in there. So he looks really cool, and I like his hair. And then he's got ears back there. Then I even got a nature side of me. So I did this duck a long time ago. This duck was done like probably 10 or 15 years ago. And I had to actually do a lot of I had to redo a lot of it. But yeah, that's a mallard duck. That's really cool. I want to do another one too. And then you can get into the religious side and spiritual side of it, and you can do crosses. This is okay, but I'm going to do another one that'll even make this look 5 times better. That one's okay. Then you can go back to nature again, and you can do deer. And this is actually my pride and joy. I like this one a lot. I really did a good job on it. It turned out nice. I want to do more. And then you can go back to religion again. Well, people call it religion, but I call it a relationship. Yes, I have a relationship with Jesus. I know He loves me. I know He's forgiven me because I've asked Him into my heart. And this is an awesome one. I have the girl. These are all patterns. I'll show you some of them. These are patterns that you iron on to the fabric, and then you just start punching. Isn't that cool? That little girl or boy ran away from home, and he's fishing, and he's probably singing Jesus loves me. Sweet, beautiful. I loved doing this one. It was a lot of fun. And then these are ones I did for the first time. That was a first bear. That was my first bear. No, this was my first bear. That was my second bear. And then I started this eagle. And then this is actually my fiance, which was my wife, did this, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure though. But anyways, she did an okay job on it. And then I got a bunch of fabric, and I got some other stuff started. Okay, so fabric is all depending on the weave. The closer the weave, the better. It's got to be tight weave, or the stitches won't stick. And then you got to put it into a loop or a hoop, or you got to tack it onto a frame of some sort. This is one I just made up, but I'm using I'm going to use this one for a really cool one that I'm doing. And then you tack it all on there, and it stays. Now here's some of the stuff that I have. These are all patterns. See, I'll show you. There's the pattern. You can use them over and over again. There's the pattern for the cross. And then the next one is the pattern for the boy. And yeah, you can use them over and over. And there's a little girl, angel. I've got, probably 20, 30 of the same. And then I've got, some that are like so big that they're sets that are so big. It's incredible. I got a lot of these. There's an Indian chief. That's a cool one. I want to do that. And it shows in my videos that I have, and I've got hoops everywhere. Hoops there. You see, there's patterns all there. And I've got another whole box. This is my little tote thing, is full of patterns. And then I've got everything you could probably think of. Look at all the thread I have, which ain't much. That ain't a whole lot. That's full. There's more hoops there. And then I have I'm starting to do some stuff, so I'm getting back into learning. Here's a couple more needles. Here's your brush for brushing, and then this is for holding your string while you're punching. And then you need scissors. Yeah, I've got yarn just about everywhere. I've got another whole suitcase full of yarn. Yeah, when I got into it, I saw online, I can't remember where I saw it, but I was online, and this lady in Madison, Wisconsin said she was selling out all her punch kit stuff. We went to Madison, met her there, and she had a whole truck full of about 10,000 spools. So that's where I got a lot of this from. I bought like $200-300 worth of stuff from her, and I don't even know I spent that much. I think I spent a couple $100 maybe. I don't even know. I can't even remember. It's been so long. It's been over 15 years, 10 years that I did that. Oh, and then I've got these really cool spool holders. These are really nice to have. I bought these out at the store. When you got a lot of spools and you're doing a lot, so you set it up like that, and then you can put your spools on it, and you know exactly what you're going to be using. Then you buy those. This one you buy. This one, since I got so many, this one I made. So I screwed a bunch of little pegs together and put the things on. So now I can probably spool up 3 or 4 punch things, and I can just grab another needle all ready to go with my next color instead of pulling out the color, and I can have them all set up on there instead of set up just on these other pieces that I have somewhere. I don't know where I put them. They're easy to make, but yeah. Oh, here they are. So you put your colors on here, and then you can spool up 2 or 3 different needles. And then yeah, I even use Connects boxes for more thread because I've got so much. I figured I'd keep it nice and tidy so it ain't all over the place. And I've got one more box about as big as that box right there, full of transfers. So if there's somebody out there that really likes this and wants to get into this, and you're looking for a pattern, let me know. I've got it. I'll send it to you in the mail for free. I ain't gonna give away all of them, but if you want 1 or 2, I don't care. I'm never gonna use them. So if you're just starting to get back into it, just send me your address and I'll send you one. Let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see if I got it. My real hobby though is model trains. So I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. If the grass on the track looks really fluffy, and then you look over here and you can see how fluffy that is. Now what if I took that same deal and I took green. Look at the greens I have in here. I've got like 5 different colors of greens. There's greens, all different kinds of greens. And I started punching in the fabric lines, like long lines. Just start making lines, rows and rows and rows. And then punched at a long loop that I could make these long loops, and then I could cut them and make my own grass. And then I could have my own little long pieces of grass instead of making the grass look like it's so short. There's no depth to that. And then I could actually cut out the pieces after I glued the back, or even just cut out the pieces that I've made, the contoured pieces, and then glue them on the layout, and it would look like real grass. And you could do that with like different textures of grass, like browns and greens if you want long, tall grass. Like here, I tried to take this stuff here you buy from the hobby store, and it looks like field grass. You just glue this stuff on the side of the track. So what if I did that with the same technique with the loops, and I could do a bigger surface and do different textures and different colors and make that really cool too. And then brush it out and make it look like long tall grass. And you could experiment with different other fabric like this jute. I got this jute for $4, and if you spread out some of those pieces right there on the end, I bet you could probably use the fat needle. See, in here you got different needles. Like this is the small needle. That's a small needle for really fine stuff. And then you got fat needles that you can actually take 2 pieces of the regular yarn and thread it through so you can fill in a bigger area. And then that you'll get your projects done faster. So what I want to do is, right now this video is just to introduce a lot of the people that I've seen this, that are doing this now. I just want to introduce you in this video on what I have. Not to brag or anything, but just to show you that I know what I'm talking about. I've been in it for years. If you see all the stuff I have, you gotta know that I've been in it for years. And I've got 2 videos here that I bought from that lady too. It's the beginner and then the advanced techniques of punching with this one is the pretty punch, but there's like 5 different types. There's like 5 or 6 different kinds of, manufacturers. There's, like I said, there's ultra punch, there's pretty punch, there's perfect punch. There's this older book here that says it's called Punch Connection. This is when it was older. Here's Perfect Punch. I've got stuff from Perfect Punch. There's cameos. I've got a lot of cameo stuff. I just got papers and books and old, all kinds of old stuff from, like this one here is so old, I don't even know. And then I've got the old steel ones that are really, the adjustments on it, it's infinite. You can just do so much, So, okay, now what I want to do now is, now that I showed you, like I said, what I have, I want to close this one out, and then I'm going to, when I get some stuff going here, I want to show you some techniques on how to get everything ready and running and working well. So let me close this one off, and the next video you see, I will show you some techniques and stuff. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and like I said, any questions, comments, or anything, just put them down below and I'll get back to you, because I always look at my stuff every day. Thank you, bye.